this series, I'm trying every type of noodle in Thailand. And by the end, I'll tell you which one is the king of Thai noodles. Across Thailand, every region has its own noodle identity, and I plan to see them all, taking you to the north, northeast, central region, and south. 4 regions, 4 videos, and dozens of noodles. It all starts here in northern Thailand. Right now, I'm inside a noodle factory where they're cranking out egg noodles, destined for the streets of Chiang Mai. Today, we'll dive into the best noodle dishes this region has to offer. The first time I tasted it, I couldn't believe such a beautiful symphony could exist through the language of flavor, but I've never had it here. And by the end of this video, I'll reveal one of the most controversial noodles this country has kept quiet until now. Is this a noodle? But first, we're kicking off the day with a northern classic. And just like that, our cross-country Thai noodle adventure has begun, starting with this right here. This is a dry rice vermicelli noodle with fried pork belly. Our first Thai noodle dish of many starts with senlek, or medium-thin rice noodles, blanched alongside bean sprouts in a rich pork bone broth to soften things up. In goes crispy pork fat, garlic oil, and a welcome hit of MSG. But this dish is not complete without its co-star, deep-fried pork belly. The boiled pork belly skin is shallowly scored to create more surface area for extra crackle. Then it's dropped into hot oil until it turns crispy. That golden pork gets dropped on top, along with some fried wontons. Add a flourish of greens, and there you have it. On this side right here, you can see we have fried wonton wrappers. My Minnesota friends are heartbroken that it's not full of disgusting cream cheese. It's just literally the wrapper. We give the whole thing a little bit of a spritz, and then we move on to our condiment section over here. Now, I've been advised to put all of this in my food. Right here, we've got some chili flakes. That may have been a mistake. Crushed nuts. Finally, and perhaps most unusual, we have sugar. I have never put sugar on noodles. Last of all, we have this right here. There is a load of green chilies, and they're soaked in vinegar, and the smell, it's astringent. It's really intense. I'm gonna put just a little bit of that vinegar. I feel like we've all met that person who started smoking at 25. Terrible idea. Do you know what's worse? Adding sugar to your noodles at age 40. That's what I'm doing. Step 1, take a big clump of sugary, peanutty noodles. Absolutely delicious. Somehow all these ingredients are blending together beautifully. The sugar and the peanuts, they are the ultimate pair. They work beautifully together. But I'm also getting some things that you wouldn't think would blend with that flavor profile. Spicy, sour vinegar, but that kind of works too. Next, I want to take some of that pork belly. Oh yeah. The pork belly is absolutely delicious. There are some crispy bits like what you see right here. There's skin, there's protein, there's fat. It's a delicious combination. It pairs perfectly with those noodles. But then there's this right here, the wonton wrapper. The ultimate in crunchiness. They didn't put anything in the wonton. They just want that pure crunch. They want you to focus on the noodles. They don't want you to get distracted with some kind of a meat filling or cream cheese. It's all good. Meanwhile, if you're not getting enough food lubrication, they have this right here on the side. A nice bowl of pork bone broth. Heartwarming. This hot broth is so satisfying. So this is the first of 4 noodles that we're going to be trying today. And by the end of this series, I'll be telling you which is the best in all of Thailand. According to me, some fat white guy from Minnesota. Later in this video, we'll come across a dish that'll overhaul your entire notion of what a noodle is. Right here, it says a noodle is a type of, oh God. We'll get to that soon, but first, let's back up a little bit. Right now we're in the city of Chiang Mai in the north of Thailand. It's right next to Myanmar and Laos, but it's also not too far from southern China, specifically the Yunnan region. Now, if there's anything I've learned from doing this show for over 10 years, it's that food is not locked off at the borders, but that food is a gradient. Food is not something that suddenly changes as soon as you cross immigration. Food is something that gradually changes across landscapes. And so that means it's quite possible that food here in the north of Thailand might have a lot more similarities to southern China than it would to southern Thailand. Like our next foreign noodle contender. It's not your typical long strand, but instead a flat little square. Uncle Seree will soon reveal how it works. Might I say you have some mighty impressive mole hair growing from your chin. Can I ask, why keep the mole hair?
It's part of his natural look. He was born with it.
He's got that nice salt and pepper mole hair look.
That's exactly what the meal is about today. Salty and peppery.
Joining me for this northern noodle adventure, Chiang Mai native, Minnie. For the past 20 years, Uncle Seree has been serving up something that flips the noodle script entirely. No strands, no strings, just bold, chewy squares that refuse to play by the rules. When they're not cooked, they're very dense. It feels like a Vietnamese rice paper, but much thicker. But then if you compare it to a Vietnamese banh pho, like a rice sheet, it's much thinner, but the flexibility, much different. Very flexible and just ready and waiting to be soaked in hot water. When it's boiled along with tapioca starch, the magic begins to manifest. The noodles roll themselves. And that shape isn't just for looks. It helps them stay springy, slippery, and anything but soggy. But the real twist, these noodles didn't originate here. I'm told this noodle actually has origins in China.
So this dish came from China a long time ago, from Yunnan province specifically. There is a huge Chinese influence here in northern Thailand.
In Thailand, over 10% of Thai Chinese have left a deep, lasting mark on the country's food culture. Their roots run deep with a history stretching back to the 11th century, woven into every part of Thai life, including CHUP. But what sets this dish apart isn't just the shape of the noodles, it's everything else. Let me show you. First, the noodles are topped with onion, garlic oil, and crispy fried pork.
Some might find these ingredients a little strange because it includes pig's liver, pig's heart. More importantly, the intestines are stuffed with pork meat.
And last but not least, the soul of this dish, a rich pork bone broth infused with coriander root, garlic, and pepper. Minnie, you are from Chiang Mai.
Yes, I am.
Chiang Mai is interesting because we are in the north of Thailand. It's a very popular city, but it doesn't get all the attention that all the other cities get, like Bangkok or Phuket or Pattaya. What would you say is the vibe of Chiang Mai here?
It's definitely underrated. You get a mixture of nature and city. It's a really great place for families because it's safe, comfortable, and you can kind of live here on a budget.
Right, your money will go a lot further in Chiang Mai than Bangkok.
Absolutely.
I think we should start by trying some of the broth.
Let's go for it. You feel that pepper?
That's nice. Hold on, I think I have a mole hair in my soup. Just kidding. Super peppery, very savory. We're gonna get to the noodles in a moment, but one of the unique aspects of this dish are all the various pork cuts that you can find inside. Let's start with liver. Cheers. That's good.
Oh, actually, that's pretty good. The flavor and the spice of the soup really mixes well with the offals of the pig.
To me, these have been cooked with care, with love, and with a lot of spices. But now it's time for the main event, which is the noodle. Oh, that's awesome.
I'm impressed.
Sometimes the problem with a rice noodle is it can really fall apart. It's not tough like an egg noodle. An egg noodle can withstand a lot of time in a hot broth. A rice noodle can get soft and flimsy. By the time you're eating it, it falls apart in your mouth. But here, there's something about this rolled shape that keeps a little bit more firm texture, so you really feel like you have something to bite into. At the same time, it's soaking up a ton of that delicious, savory broth.
This soup is actually very good for anyone who feels congested or is a little sick. Because of the peppery and the warm soup, it creates kind of a comfort food, especially when the weather is a little more cold. This is your go-to meal.
Beyond noodles, food in Thailand's north is distinct from what you'll find in the rest of Thailand. It's herbaceous, the flavors are more earthy, and it's heavy on pork and light on seafood, since this mountainous region is far from the ocean.
It is so much more aromatic, it's more mild. We don't really like super hot spices, but rather we want to focus on it being a pretty warm and comfortable meal.
So far, we're off to a great start. I've had 2 noodles, I'm very happy. Next, we're gonna be going to a noodle factory. Are you ready?
พร้อมค่ะ Let's go.
Oh, okay, I thought she said, get out of my face.
You don't have to say pa.
Bah.
Pa means let's go.
Bah.
Pa.
We're one noodle shop away from trying Thailand's most unusual noodle. But first, the noodle many call Chiang Mai's best. Oh my God. How does it really stack up? I'm gonna find out, starting on the factory floor. Nice to meet you. Thank you for having us here. First of all, you're a very young man. Meanwhile, you own a factory.
I am a third generation. My dad over there.
Oh, your dad's over there?
Yes.
Oh, it's your dad's noodle factory?
Yes.
Some noodle nepotism going on. Wish my dad owned well, anything actually. Pawis is the newest heir to this 3-generation noodle empire, carrying on the legacy his grandfather began. So where did he get the recipe from?
Maybe his brother.
Well, you guys don't really sweat the details on the legacy of the factory. Maybe his brother, maybe some guy off the street.
Who knows? Yeah, it's all a mystery.
It all starts with a blended mix of water, sugar, sodium bicarbonate, food coloring, and ice. In another vessel, a heap of eggs are whisked thoroughly, then married with our base before moving on to the next step. A
mixing machine first receives flour, followed by the egg mixture. Let it churn until it forms a crumbly dough that doesn't stick.
For him and his family over the past couple of generations, it's much easier to make egg noodles because the process is much more dry, so they don't need to take so much time to prepare the noodles.
It's an inspiring story. It's a family that was driven to do what was the easiest thing possible, right?
Yeah, you gotta simplify it.
That dough then drops straight through a hatch to the floor below, landing in a dough sheeter that flattens it into one thin, uniform width.
How many pounds or kilograms of noodles are you making each day?
For every collection of noodles that they push out, it's about 1 ton.
Next, the sheet feeds into a dough refiner, used to further thin out and lengthen the dough sheet. To prevent the dough from sticking, it runs through another roller where it's coated with a layer of tapioca flour. This same process is repeated 3 more times, using 3 different rolling machines, gradually thinning the sheet until it's just right for the step ahead.
Why is more flattening better?
It makes the noodles more bouncier, more concentrated, so you're kind of packing it in when you're flattening out the noodles.
The thin sheet of dough from the rollers is fed into a noodle cutting machine, where rotating blades slice it into familiar noodle strands. Depending on the customer's order, the noodle length and thickness can be adjusted as needed. From the factory to the flame to the final product, this is the magic behind Chiang Mai's best noodle, known as KOAY.
I am told this is the best khao soi restaurant in all of Chiang Mai. Would you agree with that assessment?
ครับพิเศษเลยครับ
Yep, absolutely.
และหมูในวันละ10 โล
There's been a great influx of people from all around the world who come to his restaurant after he's been on Netflix and a bunch of other shows, and he feels like a lot of people have definitely had a good taste of khao soi at his restaurant.
To make KOAY, the egg noodles must be cooked 2 ways. Half are deep fried into a shattering crunch, and the other half are blanched until bouncy and soft. 2 textures, 1 bowl, but it's the broth that brings it all to life. A rich blend of coconut milk, herbs, spices, and a hit of chicken.
Each day, they have over 500 chicken drumsticks.
That's 250 chickens.
Is that 250 chickens?
Well, because each chicken has 2 legs.
Okay, right.
Now for the bill. First blanched egg noodles, then a chicken drumstick, both sunk in that creamy, milky, curry-like broth. A swirl of coconut milk, a smattering of crispy noodles on top, and a hit of spring onion and coriander to bring it all together.
I want to back up for a second and just explain what is khao soi.
แล้วก็ทำมาก่อนนี้รสกินนอกมันจะไม่ค่อยเหมือนนี่เดี๋ยวนี้มันมาดัดแปลงกัน
So the origins trace back all the way to China. There's actually Muslim influence in here too.
Really?
He's saying it's not actually from China itself, but almost on the outskirts of China where there's a lot more Islamic or Muslim influence. That makes this dish what it is. By the time it got to Chiang Mai, they adapted this dish to make it much more flavorful, more spicy, because the origins of this actual dish isn't quite as flavorful as we see today.
So he's saying it started in China, but Thai people made it better.
Yep, sounds like it.
Well, let's get into it. This is the fried version right here.
I love how crunchy it is.
It's very satisfying. You hardly recognize that it was once a noodle, and it's got some delicious seasonings on the inside too. Where do you start?
I like to add in the lime, some of the garnishes, not too much because it's already intense enough. And if you like a bit of sweetness, then you add some sugar in.
We got some chili flakes here. Cheers.
Cheers. Too spicy?
It's spicy. It's a slow burn that starts in your chest and kind of creeps upward.
I love the bounciness of the noodles, the crunchiness of the noodles that we put on top that makes the meal.
That's what makes all the difference. It's a very complex dish. Just texturally, you're getting those soft noodles mixed with the crunchy noodles, but then this broth, it's very rich, very creamy. It tastes like coconut. It tastes like lemongrass. There's so much freshness from herbs inside. It just tastes so different from every other Thai noodle. It's really in a league of its own. It's not only one of my favorite noodles in Thailand, it's one of my favorite noodles in the world. I have many more noodles ahead of me in this journey. I'll be trying 16 in total here in Thailand, but this is tough to beat. What about the chicken? What's the move?
For me, I'm trying to be extra cautious today because I'm wearing white.
I'll just pick it up. Oh my gosh.
There you go.
Oh my lord.
That is a good chicken.
It's so soft, it's so braised, it's tender. I thought it was all about the noodles, but the chicken, when you bite into there, it's also just completely coated in that broth, all that flavor coming out of there. Let's have a drink. The nectar of the gods. Oh my God.
It's so good.
It's so powerful, it's so salty. It's just all the flavors of Thailand in one condensed, concentrated bite. That's intense.
ล้างชามไม่เลอะเลย
By just taking it and consuming it whole, he doesn't have to really wash the dishes.
Smart. Just trying to help out. Doing my part. My next question is, as 84 years old, did you ever imagine that at this age, your restaurant, your food would be matched with this much enthusiasm?
ทุนเราก็น้อยเราลองสู้ดู
It's been a very difficult journey for him since the very beginning. It was hard and he faced a lot of challenges. But when he was able to gain exposure from the different social media channels, there's definitely been an interest in KOAY, and he's been more encouraged to keep going because he didn't realize how big it could get.
Keep going. How much longer into the future are we going until the wheels fall off?
อาหารฝรั่งนะ
He's passed it down to his children and his grandchildren, and now they have 3 different branches in Chiang Mai.
Oh wow, amazing. Sir,
ขอบคุณครับ
Kopung Cup, thank you so much, Minnie. On to the next noodle.
At last, I'm about to face the most controversial dish of this entire journey. A dish crafted by the one and only Miss Da.
I have eaten noodles all around the world, but I have never seen a noodle that looks like this. My first question as we begin today is this a noodle?
ไม่ใช่ค่ะ
No, it's not.
But this is a noodle series, so there must be some reason we're here. Why do you think this is not a noodle?
มันคือข้าวแรมฟืนค่ะ
It is called khao ram foon. This is made from rice flour.
Fair.
But it's not a noodle dish.
Meanwhile, the rice noodle, the same noodle that you'll find in pad thai, that's made from rice flour, just like this.
แต่ว่าตัวเนี้ยจะมีความเด้งดึงเด้งดึงเด้งดึง
So with the rice noodles, there's a chewiness to it, whereas with this particular noodle, it's much more bouncier.
Okay, listen, I didn't want to have to do this. I'm calling the police. No, sorry. I'm looking up what is a noodle. Right here, it says a noodle is a type of, oh God, long, thin strip of pasta. That looks long. Thin is definitely not thin. It's usually made from flour and water. Yes, they are commonly cooked in boiling water or added to soups. Now, this is cooked in a different way because the origin of this noodle starts here.
Aside from the classic rice flour variety, this dish also features 2 other noodle types, peanut and Burmese chickpea. Both are soaked then ground into oblivion.
เขาจะไม่ค่อยมี
Back then, there were a lack of ingredients, so they didn't have that much to work with, which is why we're working with very basic ingredients to try to make a pretty good meal out of what they had.
Next, they're both mixed with rice flour, cornstarch, and water. Now whisk like your life depends on it. Food coloring goes into the peanut mix, giving it that signature purple hue. Then comes the slow bit, cooking and stirring for about 40 minutes until the mixture thickens into a silky paste.
It's a common dish in Laos, China, and Burma. So we don't actually really know the true origins, but we simply know that it's based around the 4 different regions that we've mentioned. Because all of these regions kind of in a battle between, hey, this was mine, and this was also mine to begin with.
Where does she think it's from originally?
ทราบว่ามาจากไหนเหมือนกัน แต่ว่าของเราก็มาจากคุณแม่
For her specifically, it comes from her mother. Her mom is from the Thai Lu ethnic group, and her mother was living in Burma. And then as her mother continued to travel to Laos and China, she eventually brought it to Thailand.
Amazing.
She started the restaurant after her mother passed away in order to honor her mother.
Pour it into trays, let it sit overnight, and there you have it. Solid bricks of, well, something. But wait, can we call these noodles?
Would you agree that this is one of the most controversial noodles in all of Thailand?
คนไทยส่วนใหญ่ยังไม่รู้จักค่ะ
It's still very much unknown to Thai people. I didn't know this. It's still a very new concept. Some people might call it noodles, some might not, but no one is wrong.
I'll give you $5 if you call it a noodle.
โอเค
She said okay.
We got a deal. Fantastic. All right, let's all try it out together. Cheers. Oh wow, it's so different than I expected. It tastes like egg whites. What a unique flavor. It's so cakey.
Quite soft and bouncy.
Yeah.
Not really like a normal noodle.
To assemble this multicolored masterpiece, start with a broth made simply of water, tomato, mushroom seasoning, salt, and MSG. The broth is cooked the night before and left to cool, so by the time it's served, it's room temp. For the grand assembly, toss in a few blocks of rice noodles, Burmese chickpea noodles, and yes, peanut noodles. Then pile on the good stuff, cabbage, lettuce, coriander, crushed peanuts, sesame seeds, fried garlic, chili paste, a ladle of that tomato broth, a splash of ginger juice, and a scoop of fermented soybean paste.
Right here we have the final boss of Thai noodles. So this isn't just my idea. Some people here in Thailand consider this a noodle.
Yeah, that's exactly correct.
I want to know what you think.
I think it's really interesting because you don't really get a cold noodle dish just anywhere.
Wait, so you think it's a noodle?
I think we should try it first.
We already saw this white one right here, but she has two other kinds too. The first is yellow. Let's give it a shot.
It has a different taste.
A little starchy, a little beany.
I like this one better.
I don't like it as much.
Oh,
Then we have a purple one here. It definitely tastes like peanuts. This is the mushiest of all of them.
this one definitely has the most flavor in my personal opinion.
100%. All three of those are right here in this bowl, and they're mixed with a ton of other ingredients.
So you try to mix it, but you also try to keep it safe from the mixing. So you eat it whole.
Okay, we don't want to break apart any of the noodles. Cheers. That is different.
I like the soup.
I like the soup too.
It feels very tomatoey.
There's peanuts, there's chilies, it's spicy. This is more of a clean, simple, straightforward broth, making it a little bit more refreshing, I would say. There's some cabbage in here as well. It makes a nice pairing because the cabbage is kind of crispy compared to these noodles, which are so soft and easy to bite through. It is super good.
I'm pleasantly surprised.
But I do want to reveal one more secret about this dish, that it's vegan.
Oh.
But I feel like any meat that you put in here would distract from these big old chunks of goodness. The more I get to know this noodle, the less I feel inclined to call it a noodle.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just admitting it right now. I feel more like calling it some kind of a steamed cake.
Maybe a hybrid of a cake and noodles?
Yeah.
Is there a word for that? Koodles.
Kudos.
Today I tried 4 different noodles, and if I had to pick a favorite from northern Thailand, it would be khao soi. But our noodle journey isn't over yet. Next, we're headed to the northeastern, central, and southern regions to find out which dish truly deserves the crown of Thailand's best noodle.